Hola, amigos, and all curious newcomers. Welcome to 12 Blue Lines. This is my dramatic interpretation of the middle path of the sun and the earth this week through modern I Ching language. And I think that what is going to happen is that 12 Blue Lines is going to be a weekly offering for the free fan level of ISA's Human Design Show. This is what I want to do on Substack to play with and give back to this system that I've been exploring for 9 years. And I admit I am addicted and that I'm also still skeptical, and also that I am truly peaceful and optimistic about the future, including about artificial intelligence and the raves in 2027, because of the system's logical details, like the ones I'll share today, and also just the magic impacts on my life and what I get to enjoy about other people now. So, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I translate human design body graphs like the one on the left. That is a map. Basically, it's a neutrino imprint from birth, and you have a unique map also. You have a completely unique neutrino imprint, and if you haven't met yours yet, I will share a link later. The way that I talk about these maps involves using modern I Ching language, and the I Ching or I Ching is the ancient book of changes. What we see in this image on the left are two hexagrams, these symbols that mix yang and yin lines very intentionally. And these hexagrams represent actually physical sort of portals in the sky through which the neutrinos come. And what we can see looking at this image and with my words, that the sun is in a certain area of the sky called gate 62. It's about precision, it's about expressing logical details, and it has 6 frequencies. We're going to explore those in a moment. But while the sun is in 62, the earth is in the polar opposite, the yin-yang opposite. That gate or hexagram is called exploration, and there are 6 frequencies of that. So the babies being born this week have very strong imprints regarding precision and exploration. They're going to express logical details and also want to know for themselves truths that nobody else can know. But even if you're not a baby being born this week, you might notice that adults are talking about these themes this week, because this neutrino imprinting is also for existing adults, well, all humans. It's like neutrino weather for us. It's like in the air. And now, newcomers, I might leave you behind a little bit while I join the other fans and addicts of the human design system, exploring the middle path of the sun and the earth. Let me be clear about this too. I'm not talking about the middle, like the center of the mandala here. I'm not talking about an average. What I'm talking about today is the fact that each frequency of each gate, all 6 of each of them have what we could call a dark and a light expression, or an exalted and detrimented expression. In between the exaltation and detriment, the shadow and the light, there is a potential for a middle ground. And I'm going to share that middle ground today as described by the Blue I Ching. I'm not going to go into describing the dark and the light of each line, because that would take a lot more time and you would have to really want to hear that. But I think that somewhere in an upper tier of ISA's show, that dark and light exploration will come about. But for now, let's just be here And here now on Earth, the sun is shining through the gate of precision. This is about expression of logical details. And you know what logical details do? They take something that's just your opinion, man, and they turn it into something that humans can be organized by. Because opinions without details is just opinions, and details without opinions is just what my body is grounded in. So, the speaking of grounding, the foundation of precision is the routine of detail work. And the polarity, the yin yang opposite of that discipline, or rather that routine, is occult knowledge, the potential to solve mysteries with occult knowledge. Of course, that duality underneath that ability to solve mysteries with occult knowledge is occult knowledge that gets out of hand and prevents the human from living on the material plane. You know, that wacko who knows so much, but he can't brush his own teeth. Yes, I'm talking about that. But then there's the natural of precision, and that's where the discipline necessary for detail work comes in. But the polarity of restraint is natural brilliance, the natural knowing the inner mystery, or seeming like she might know the inner mystery, also the potential to be deluded by one's own self. It's fun times. Now, the experiencing, the trial and erroring of precision and details, the potential is to discover valuable information and innovative applications in the detail work. And of course, that means getting the details wrong sometimes. Just like with the exploration of the inner mystery, bumping into other people, making and breaking bonds with other people, the potential is to pave the way for truth through cooperation. But that doesn't mean forever bonds. And it doesn't mean right the first time or the second time or the third time or the fourth time. Now we've come to the upper part of the hexagram. The base of the upper part of the hexagram is yang here, asceticism. The fourth line frequency is about expressing, but here it's the asceticism, it's the retreat and reflection on the details before expression that makes the middle path. Meanwhile, in that mental pressure of exploring inner truths, other people in the fourth line may be involved, and those other people being involved can also kind of make the path a little more confusing, you know? And here in the fifth line, it's a yin line, metamorphosis, excellent action after understanding the details. That's what people want to see from precision. They want to see excellent action. And if the action is not excellent or the details are not understood, but this person is trying to seduce with details, that's the heretic. Another kind of heresy can be found in he or she who pressures exploration of the inner mystery. The collective wants knowledge that can lead to influence and wisdom. They want to be influenced. They want to know that there's wisdom somewhere in there, and the mother or father figure can come out of this fifth line and also can be burned at the stake for not performing. Meanwhile, the role model, the potential hypocrite, disciplined, detailed work leads to material success. the expression of the right details after all of the routine and after all of the discipline and after all of the mistakes and after all of the networking and all the failures at excellent action, there's a potential for material success out of disciplined, detailed work. In Ra Uruhu's term, a penny saved is a penny earned. But I'm not going to talk about Ra's I Ching here. That will be in a different kind of lesson. Let's go see what the role model of exploration is about. Its appeal to the collective. There's the potential that the role model of the inner truth could bring clarity to the collective through inspiration. But of course, this being the middle path, the blue line, we know that the role model doesn't always walk the talk. Is it time for a pause? Was that a lot of carried away energy presenting those details? This is why I'm in Substack. So, even if you were not born with these, they are part of your human experience. Human design exists because the founder had a body based in details and driven, so to speak, by occult knowledge. And yet today I haven't presented his words. I've presented the middle path explanation between the potentials of the lines. If you like exploring light and dark, then I hope to make something for you where we go deeper into Ra's language and into the dark side and into embracing the fact that life is always gaining or losing light, so to speak, and there is no thing wrong with that. There is no problem with the moon because she's always becoming brighter, or the other half the time becoming darker. This is how life happens. We go through cycles, but we end up in a slightly different place every time we come back to the same place in the mandala. Now, for you newcomers who happen to still be with me, these are the two places I trust to create a human design chart for you. And of course, if you want to know what it means, I would be happy to interpret it for you. Send me an email anytime. Sign up for the next level of the show. Let's keep this dance of fire and water going. Thanks for listening.